Now, last time we missed the Bruins game. It was over when we got out. Yes. Oh, that could be a valid reason too. Yeah. Like right as the meeting ended the other night, it was overtime. It just ended. Yes, that night they lost. Yep. Good evening. Welcome to this Tuesday, May 7th, 2024 meeting of the Town Council. It now being 7:30 p.m. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I would ask everyone to remain standing for a moment of silence for all those who serve in our military, both here and abroad. Thank you very much. Clerk Semino, could we have a roll call?
Councilor Barrica?
Here.
Councilor Flaherty?
Here.
Councilor Hume?
Here.
Councilor Maglio? Is presently not here. Councilor Moran?
Here.
Councilor Quilty?
Here.
Councilor Reynolds?
Here.
Councilor Ringus?
Here.
Councilor Ryan will not be attending this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Clerk Semino. Moving on to announcements 01324 from our town clerk. He's going to come up and explain absentee voting and how I can vote if I cannot get to the polls on Election Day.
All right.
How are we all doing tonight?
Very
Seems
good.
like 51st states. Okay, if Bill can target on that, it'd be helpful so we can know that we're voting. For the Saturday, June 15 special election, voters will have choices on how they want to cast their ballots. My favorite one is Election Day. Braintree High School, East Middle School, and South Middle School, the voting centers there will be open to voters beginning at 7 in the morning and remain open until 8 in the evening. Voting centers are located in the gymnasiums at each school, and there'll be plenty of parking because schools will be out of session on a Saturday. The second choice is before Election Day. If Saturday, June 15 presents a problem to any voter, no need to worry. You can obtain an absentee ballot application on the town website, or you can email us, and my staff will be more than happy to send you an application. This is a copy of what the town website looks like. It's at departments, town clerk, voter information, and this will appear. And it provides you some detailed information how to obtain an absentee ballot. And the third choice voters will have, and again, it's by absentee, beginning March 20th until June 14th at noontime. Voters can stop in to say hello at the clerk's office, and they complete an absentee ballot application and mark their ballot so their voice can be heard. And we'll even give you "I voted today" sticker, so you can proudly wear to show that your vote matters. So the process is very simple. It hasn't changed from the last 100 years for absentee voting. You complete an application, you provided a ballot, you seal the ballot in an envelope, and it's cast by my staff on Election Day. Any questions?
Any questions, comments from members of the council?
None?
Seeing none, thank you for the information.
Okay, great. Thank you. Everybody have a great evening.
Our next announcement, if anyone is in the council chambers or if you can see it at home, we have new artwork that is adorning our sort of desks. I wanted to thank Julie Camposano for the new artwork. This is all from BHS art students, and it's a continuing thing started under President Baraka, and it definitely adds to the council chambers. With that said, any announcements from members of the council? Council Baraka.
Thank you very much, Vice President Ringus. As many of you may remember, at the end of last year, sadly and tragically, there was a fatal fire on my street. And so in response to that, I want to say thank you so much to the Braintree Fire Department, Mayor Joyce, and to the American Red Cross, who will be donating to any Braintree resident who needs them smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, for free installation, and this is part of the American Red Cross Sound the Alarm campaign to prevent unnecessary deaths from having non-working or no smoke detectors in people's homes. So I urge all residents, please, I'm going to give the number out. It's 1-800-564-1234. And that is to you leave a message for the American Red Cross. They will get back to you within the next week to arrange a smoke detector and carbon monoxide detector free installation at your house. The installation day will be Saturday, May 18th between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. So once again, that number is 1-800-564-1234. Please take advantage of this. We don't need any more unnecessary deaths from not having smoke detectors. So thank you.
Thank you, Council Baraka. Council Flaherty.
Thank you. So Braintree has partnered with MAPC to investigate possibilities for redevelopment in the Wood Road area. MAPC right now is seeking resident input on this process. There's a survey where you can share your thoughts on the possibilities that seem right to you for that area. You can find that survey online at on the town website. It's right on the front. Or if you are a Facebook user, you can find it posted on various town pages or on my page. But I really hope that people will take a moment to fill out the survey. It's not very long, and offer some feedback, because MAPC is listening and your voice matters. Thank you.
Thank you, Council Flaherty. Council Quilty.
Oh, hi, I just wanted to point out that I know that a lot of people are aware that this week is National Teachers Week, but it is also National Nurses Week, and this has been celebrated every year since 1954. The week coincides with Florence Nightingale's birthday, and she was born on May 12, 1820. Tomorrow, May 8th, is National School Nurse Day, and that recognizes the invaluable contributions of school nurses to the health and well-being of students. Thank you.
Thank you, Council Quilty. Anything from other councilors? Seeing none, there are no minutes to approve tonight, so we'll move right into old business. 24018, Mayor, authorization to accept the donation, that being the Nelson Chin Memorial Fund, or taking up any action relative thereto. I would refer to Council Baraka, Chairwoman of the Committee of Ways and Means, for the recommendation on this order.
Thank you very much. The committee met last night with a unanimous favorable recommendation for this acceptance of donations, and a sincere thank you to the Nelson Chin Foundation for the contribution.
Thank you, Council Baraka. Would anyone from the Mayor's Office or Recreation like to speak?
Good evening, Mr. President. Through to the members, councilors, thank you very much. I know the person on my right needs no introduction. Our friend Sue Chin, Nelson's wife, who's also the chairperson of the Nelson Chin Memorial Fund. Just to give you a brief bit of background, Sue and our office had been talking for some time about how to support some of our summer programs. And in the midst of taking a good hard look at the Summer Special Needs Program, which we've offered now for more than 40 years, it was determined that we do need to maybe update it a little bit with the times, and Sue stepped forward and very kindly offered to offer a very substantial and generous donation towards the running of this program, which we love so very much, which is a big part of our summer. And it's just wonderful that we're going to be able to continue it offering it. We obviously will still charge a very low registration fee for summer programming, but this program will now be completely cost neutral to the town due to the generosity of the Nelson Chin Foundation, and we're very, very grateful for hopefully for your support tonight. So, Sue, do you have anything to say?
No, we're just happy that this is what we strive for the foundation, the fund, and especially Nelson is very special with the special needs to him. It's close to his heart, so we're more than happy for donation for the program and the kids.
Thank you very much. Any councilors like to speak on Order 24018? Councilor Hume.
I actually am going to abstain because I am a member of the Nelson Chin Memorial Fund. But thank you, Sue, to your family for starting this, and that's all I can say.
Any other, Councilor Reynolds?
Thank you, Mr. President. Sue, thank you so much for you and your association for such a tremendous memorial to a tremendous individual. Thank you.
Any other councilors? Seeing none, thank you, obviously, for what the foundation is doing on behalf of your family. Nelson brought so much to this town over the years, and he is still doing so today. So thank you. And I think you hit it on the head when you said it is all about the kids, because I think he was always there. With that said, do I have a motion?
Yes, Mr. President. I move that the town of Braintree be and hereby is authorized in accordance with Section 53A of Chapter 44 of the Massachusetts General Laws to accept the following gift upon the conditions attached and herein set forth. Donor, Nelson Chin Memorial Foundation. Gift, $30,000. Purpose, Recreation Department.
I have a motion by Council Barrett. Do I have a second?
Second?
A second by Council Flaherty. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that is unanimous. And one abstention.
Thank you, Mr. President and councils. And I just want to say that because of this generous donation, the special needs program is henceforth going to be known as Nelson's Neighbors going forward from here on out. So we're very glad about it. And thank you all very much.
That's phenomenal. Thank you. Moving on to 24019 Mayor FY 2024 Supplemental Appropriation Number 2. We're taking up any action relative thereto. This is a public hearing, so we will open it before we move into it. Do I have a motion to open the public hearing?
Motion to open the public hearing for Order 24019.
Motion by Council Barrett. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Council Flaherty. All those in favor to open the public hearing?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that is unanimous. I would refer to Council Barrett, Chairman of the Committee of Ways and Means, for recommendation on Order 24019.
Thank you very much. The committee met last night, and on all of these motions, we are sending a favorable, unanimous recommendation to the council.
And from the Mayor's Office, Director Esmond.
Hi. Thank you, Mr. President, members of the council. I will try to be brief. There's 12 items, 12 motions in this, and we worked through with the Ways and Means Committee and appreciate their time last night after the hearings that allowed us to walk through these. So I think just by way of very brief summary, I just would highlight a few things that are important with respect to this supplemental for fiscal 24. While it is 12 items, in the total of supplemental spending that's authorized would be just over $2 million. All of that is paid for through reversions that we found or others of available funding in the budget that was able to be identified, and there was zero that was required to be funded from free cash for fiscal 23. That is an objective we share with council to be able to preserve those resources and use them as a funding source of last resort. Many of the 12 items are really essentially closeout items where we need to bring the appropriation into balance with what the actual projected spending is, particularly with items such as debt service, where the debt service, for example, is now known at a certain number. When we filed for the budget last year, it was still some level of uncertainty. I'm joined by a number of departmental staff here that could answer any specific questions, but if I could just note a couple other key things of note in this supplemental, we do fund a gross deficiency at the schools department of $997,000, which is offset by about $250,000 in other revenues. So the appropriation request is for $747,000. And another key item in this is that we are proposing for your consideration a $300,000 reserve under the mayor's office, funded again with budgetary surplus reversions this year, that will be available for us to move forward, working collaboratively with departments, including with the schools, to identify one-time engagements and other, bringing in third-party expertise, asking for process review, recommendations for gap assessments where we could be doing our business differently, technology solutions. We think this is an important, critical first step to help us move as we transition through fiscal '25, which we know will be a challenging fiscal year. It's a key item. I appreciate and thank all the members on Ways and Means for the questions we got yesterday, and we hope we can get the support of Town Council for this item. We believe is really important to help us move forward in another challenging year.
Thank you. Would any council member like to speak on Order 24019? Council Berica.
Thank you, President. I would just add from the Committee of Ways and Means last night, and thank you, Director Esmond, for all answering our questions, but for this body, and Councilor Reynolds had asked several times last year, and the committee asked again, and I'm confident we will get it, for quarterly updates from the mayor's office on how we're doing budget versus our projections or actuals. And included in that request was also an understanding and details of how the $300,000 fund is being used. And like Director Esmond said, there was quite a lot of questions on that last night, and but the committee did vote unanimously to support that.
Thank you, Council Berica. Any other comments from councilors? Seeing none, does anyone from the general public wish to speak on Order 24019? Seeing none, is there a motion to close the public hearing on 24019?
So moved.
Motion by Council Berica, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Council Flaherty. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that is unanimous. Is there a motion for Order 24019, noting that there must be 12 separate motions?
Yes, Mr. President, we'll start with number one. Motion that the sum of $624,000 be transferred from the unexpended balance of Fund 0002 to be transferred to Fund 0003 School Operating Fund, and further that the Director of Municipal Finance be authored to transfer amounts from various Funds 002 line items in an amount not to exceed $624,000 for this purpose. The sum of $56,640 be transferred from finance, leases, lease expenses. That a sum of $38,560 be transferred from finance, administration, 9C reserve. That $15,000 be transferred from the Department of Public Works, school utility telephone. That $12,000 be transferred from Department of Public Works, school utility gasoline, and that $800 be transferred from finance, IT, munis, annual maintenance for a total of $123,000 to be transferred to Fund 0003 School Operating Fund.
I have a motion by Council Berica. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second by Council Flaherty. All those in favor?
Aye.
And that is unanimous.
Number two, Assessing Department. Motion that the sum of $10,000 be transferred from Finance Administration Department, that the sum of $4,000 be transferred from Finance, IT, Annual 365 license, and the sum of $1,000 be transferred from Finance, IT, Munis, Annual maintenance for the sum of $15,000 to be transferred to Finance Assessing Consultants.
Motion by Council Berica. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Council Flaherty. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That is unanimous.
Number three, General Fund Debt Service. Motion that the sum of $5,300 be transferred from Finance, Retirement of Debt Principal, Bond Principal Account, and the sum of $21,300 be transferred from Police Department, Communications, Sworn Personnel, for a total of $26,600 to be transferred to Finance, Interest, General Fund Bond Interest.
Motion by Counsel Barker. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Counsel Flaherty. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that is unanimous.
Number 4, insurance premiums. Motion that the sum of $9,000 be transferred from Town Council Administration Consultants, that the sum of $68,060 be transferred from Planning and Development Zoning Board Zoning Administrator, that a sum of $57,140 be transferred from Police Department Detective Bureau sworn personnel, for a total of $134,200, from which $50,000 shall be transferred to finance, insurance, and insurance deductible, and $84,200 shall be transferred to finance, insurance premiums.
Motion by Counsel Barker. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Counsel Flaherty. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That is unanimous.
Number 5, Fire Department. Motion that the sum of $90,260 be transferred from Fire Department Fire Suppression Uniform Branch, and sum of $8,000 be transferred from Fire Department Licensing Administration Boat Maintenance, and a sum of $74,740 be transferred from DPW School Custodian Department Head, for a sum of $173,000 to be transferred, from which $80,000 shall be transferred to Fire Administration Department Head, $23,000 shall be transferred to Fire Building Maintenance, Lighting, and $70,000 shall be transferred to Fire Equipment, Maintenance Equipment.
I have a motion by Counsel Barker. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Counsel Flaherty. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that is unanimous.
Number 6, Police Department, that the sum of $224,000 be transferred from Police Department Patrol Bureau sworn personnel, from which $55,000 shall be transferred to Police Administration sworn personnel, $22,000 shall be transferred to Police Building Maintenance Lighting, $95,000 shall be transferred to Police Equipment Maintenance outside motor vehicle repairs, $45,000 shall be transferred to Police Special Services sworn personnel, and $7,000 shall be transferred to Police Animal Control sworn personnel.
Motion by Counsel Barker. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Counsel Flaherty. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That is unanimous.
Number 7, Snow and Ice, that the sum of $46,740 be transferred from Department of Public Works, Highway, Labor, Custodians, Mechanics account, and the sum of $260 be transferred from the Department of Public Works Recreation Department Head, for a sum of $47,000, which shall be transferred to the Department of Public Works Snow and Ice Contracted Services.
Motion by Counsel Barker. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second
Sorry.
yourself. Second by Counsel Flaherty. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That is unanimous.
It's ready to go in number 8. 8, Golf Debt Service, that the sum of $6,000 be transferred from Golf Fund FY 2023, certified free cash to Golf Department Retirement of Principal.
I have a motion by Counsel Barker. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Counsel Flaherty. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That is unanimous.
Number 9, Mayor's Office, motion that the sum of $50,000 be transferred from licensing, inspections, inspectors, that $35,000 be transferred from licensing, health expenses, public health nurse, that $5,000 be transferred from Department of Public Works construction engineers, that $53,260 be transferred from Department of Public Works highway, labor, custodians, mechanics, that the sum of $25,000 be transferred from Department of Public Works ground maintenance, labor, custodians, mechanics, that a sum of $41,740 be transferred from the Police Department Patrol Bureau sworn personnel, that the sum of $50,000 be transferred from library current topics librarians, that a sum of $40,000 be transferred from Elder Affairs Administration administrative clerical, for a total of $300,000 to be transferred to the Mayor's Office administration consultants.
Motion by Counsel Barker. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Counsel Flaherty. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that is unanimous.
Number 10, Golf Department, motion that the sum of $229,000 be transferred from Golf Fund FY 2023 certified free cash, from which a sum of $100,000 shall be transferred to the General Fund FY 2023 certified free cash. A sum of $25,000 shall be transferred to Golf Department Administration part-time employees. A sum of $15,000 shall be transferred to Golf Department equipment maintenance mower repairs. A sum of $76,000 shall be transferred to Golf Department turf maintenance improvement, and a sum of $53,000 shall be transferred to Golf Department Golf Pro professional staff.
Motion by Counsel Barker. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Counsel Flaherty. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That is unanimous.
Number 11, Golf Pro Shop, that in accordance with the provisions of Chapter 44, Section 53E and a half of the general laws, the maximum amount that may be spent by the mayor in conjunction with the golf green superintendent from the revolving fund monies without further appropriation during the fiscal year commencing July 1st, 2023 to pay for salaries, expenses, and contractual services associated with the operation of the Golf Course Pro Shop be increased to $300,000.
Motion by Council Baraka, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Council Flaherty. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That is unanimous.
Number 12, Golf Food Service. Motion that in accordance with the provisions of Chapter 44, Section 53E and a half of the general laws, the maximum amount that may be spent by the mayor in conjunction with the golf green superintendent from the revolving fund monies without further appropriation during the fiscal year commencing July 1st, 2023, to pay for salaries, expenses, and contractual services associated with the operation of the golf course food service be increased to $550,000.
I have a motion by Council Baraka. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Council Flaherty. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That is unanimous. Thank you, Council Baraka. Moving on to new business, we have 3 referrals to the Committee of Ways and Means as to capital plan, capital projects in the general fund, and capital projects in the enterprise fund. Do I have a motion to move all measures under new business to the respective committee?
So moved.
I have a motion by Council Baraka. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Council Flaherty. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That is unanimous. You know that there was one, I'm sorry, it's also a referral to the Committee of Department of Public Works. We have a referral as that as well.
Motion to refer to the Committee of the Department of Public Works, 24027.
Motion by Council Baraka. Do I have a second?
Second.
A second by Council Flaherty. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that is unanimous. Our next meeting will be the annual town meeting, which will be held on Wednesday, different from our normal Tuesday meeting times, Wednesday, May 29th, 2024, at a start time of 7 p.m. Thank you to BCAM, Bill Needham, and Jerry McCormick for being here tonight to televise this. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved, Mr. President.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, motion by Council Baraka, second by Council Flaherty. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that is unanimous.